Hey YouTube, another quick unboxing of the, well, maybe quick, you know what I'm like, the Jxc lc80. There's a model number for it which I can't remember offhand. Took a little while to get here. It weren't too bad though, but the box is interesting, somewhat bad. It's kind of been torn out, and the strangest thing is the box has actually been cut down to make it shorter. So the picture's been cut off, and the writing's sort of been cut through and stuff. So, but anyway, an overview of the box. I've been kind of looking forward to this one, and well, some images on the side there. So I'm kind of hoping that I'm not disappointed. Yeah, I guess the underneath just don't eat batteries in China, really. So yeah, I don't understand why they've done that, but hey. So no need to unpick it because customs have been at it, and it's been interestingly packed anyway. So we do have a remote, thankfully, and bubble wrap, and more bubble wrap. Yeah, I don't understand why they cut the box down. There we have a spare wheel, a USB charger, little screwdriver, stickers, and a mini instruction manual. Thankfully the front bumper is already attached. Got some marks on the bonnet, so if you're going to see that. But that does look nice. It is actually quite large, to be fair. Tyres feel quite firm, but I'm not sure if that's because they're packed with foam. They are vented. Try and catch it in the light. So it is a nice looking blue. Comes with a surfboard on top, which I presume you could unscrew if you wanted to get rid of it. Interestingly, it's 5mm hex by the looks. Nice scale interior. Don't know if I'm going to be able to show that to you too well. Alright. Yeah, it's a nice looking blue. And I would say that is a 5mm hex that they're running. Which I wonder. Tangent, I know. Some might say my little ADHD, something along there. So we could potentially run slightly smaller tyres. I don't know, but I'm guessing these are a 1.9 wheel, and these are probably 1.55. So I think this might be getting some different wheels and tyres at some point, because I like them, but they look a little bit toyish to me. And not the most grippy compound. I'm still trying to figure out if the if that's a foam in there or if it's just a very stiff tyre. Not too bad articulation. Shocks. So this is apparently a mechanical 2-speed transmission. There is a little bit of slop in the driver line there. Lock differentials, all filled shocks. Battery belongs at the back there. Right, so we have an actual LiPo, lithium polymer rather than lithium ion. I can't remember if that's JST or whatever. Balance plug, which is good. I don't think you're going to have much scope for fitting much bigger batteries in there, to be fair. You might be able to go slightly deeper. That'd be a bit of a snug fit in there. I think if you want to put a driver figure in there, you're going to have to chop off his legs pretty much, around about the shins. So yeah, plastic everything, all filled shocks as I said. Doesn't look like they have adjustable collars. Now it's a bit of a tub chassis on this, and I believe it's a 2-in-1 ESC and receiver. That's obviously they've made that protrude, which is where the gear shift servo would be for the mechanical 2-speed. But it does mean that there's quite a lot of stuff kind of hanging down. Like I say, they've made this sort of box protrude, which allow for the servo. But yeah, I mean, it's still going to have decent ground clearance, but I can still imagine this lot being something that it catches up on. So it's not going to be the world's best rock crawler, and it's got flat spots on the tyres, which is always nice. Just right, it's been stored, I think. But yeah, plastic drive shafts that to me are reminiscent of the MNs. Scale wise, I don't know if you remember the Storms recently, but this is actually quite big. I'd say it's billed as a 12 scale, but I'd say it's more of a 10th scale, really. I really must get on with some of these projects at some point. this is meant to be a 12 scale. It's about the biggest 12 scale that I've got. So, yeah, it is quite big. Noticeably longer as well. You can see it. Yeah, just about. Especially by the time you put the spare wheel on the back. And WPL 16th scale. I'm sure people are going to want to know the size comparison on that. This was a custom build that I done. So again, considerably longer, especially when you put the spare on the back. These are quite big. So that's an MN86, which is a little bit narrower, but I'd say it's probably a closer scale. So yeah, if you used to run this with an MN128 or an MN86, probably wouldn't look too out of scale with it. I do wonder if they're the same tyres as the MNs. So they seem to be sharing bits with FMS and MN at the moment. I know sort of somewhere along the line they're not all too dissimilar. My custom WPL. This is meant to be another 16th scale. This one's a bit of a monster truck build, so it's a bit taller than it would normally do. And the MN78. Which I'm fairly sure the MN78 is supposed to be another 12th or 14th scale. Gets the job to remember after a while. And that's the MN128. Probably not too dissimilar in width. Length is a little bit longer. I don't know if you can see that. You know. A 18th scale and 24th scale. So the controller takes 4 AA's. Hopefully the right way around. We have channel 3 on the side, which I presume is for the 2-speed and that, and then bind set, steering trim, steering dual rate, throttle dual rate, kind of very familiar layout if you trying to catch the light right. Yeah, very familiar layout if you're familiar with the Fly Sky FMS style remote. Underneath. So unlike FMS, they've actually put the headlights in the right places and the indicators. Quite a noisy servo. So I'd say that's the maximum steering angle. So it's not too bad a slow speed. I believe it's a 370 motor. I can't remember the steering servo. I would say it's the larger steering servo, so plenty of scope for upgrading that. Okay, so it doesn't have a drag brake in high gear, but if you put it into low gear, it does have a drag brake. So I've already said that it's got indicators and things. All the lights at the front, all the lights at the rear. So the rear lights are just rear lights, and you've got the indicators at the front, roof lights and headlights and stuff. So yeah, it's nothing opens on the outside. The bumper looks like it's been squished into the car a little bit in the box, and yeah, I think I'll need to get some more faults on it when I take it out on the trail. I'm just debating whether to put the stickers on it. Definitely needs the number plate sticker on the rear. You've got 2 white Toyota stickers, and then these ones that go on the rear arch, and that one that goes on the bonnet. So do I like the clean look of it? I kind of like both. What do you think? Keep it clean or sticker charge it? I'm not sure. I've never had the ability to get a sticker entirely straight. It's always almost, not quite. Kind of almost liking it without a spare wheel on the back as well. Don't know whenever just to kind of lop that off. But I guess that could be self-clearancing at some point. Okay, so it comes with a 1 amp charger, and I know you're a little bit organised. So yeah, I couldn't resist. I kind of like it both ways really. I think it suits having the stickers on it. I guess that's just down to personal preference really. I like it both ways. Some people like it clean, other people like it with the stickers. So. Yeah, the suspension does feel quite nice and plush. And actually a bit kind of big for the bench, but that really does need a bit more steering angle than that, because that is quite poor, and I'm fairly sure that there isn't a setting for that either, or it's already on full. But yeah, the mirrors are mirrors. I don't know if you can see that. Yep. It comes with a couple of 4Runner stickers. Thing is, it's a Land Cruiser, or as they call it in this officially licensed product, a Land Cruiser. yeah. But yeah, I mean, for scale, it definitely looks nice. The wheels and tyres are the biggest visual thing for me at the minute. I like them, it does suit it, but they also look a bit toyish. So yeah, that's gonna have to get some other wheels, I think, at some point. I'm trying to think what else I've got that might. Yeah, the other wheels and tyres I was thinking of won't fit it. But yeah, so probably a way too long review or unboxing. We'll get it out. Probably at the castle. I don't expect it to actually fare that well, to be honest. Definitely more of a trail rig. These tyres will let it down, I would imagine, just because they're way too firm, and they're not the grippiest. I don't suppose it's going to have any problems climbing in first gear. I think because of the speed of second gear, it's actually geared quite high, so it's going to struggle to climb in second gear, I would have thought. But we'll have a look. Whenever I take it to the castle or the Warren, or sort of, but it's definitely a nice looking rig, if nothing else. So it might, we'll see how it performs, and if it performs well, then I'll upgrade it. If not, then it might just be a nice shelf queen trail truck. I mean, I do have a soft spot for Land Cruisers because I used to have a real one modelled quite similar to that red one. Well, that's what I've done, a replica of the red one on. You never know, one day I might have another lc80. Kind of regret selling the one I did have, but anyway. Yeah, so then this will either be the end of the video or you'll see it at the castle. We shall find out. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Just as a little caveat, it does appear to have brass coloured, maybe not brass, but brass coloured metal rear wheel hexes, and the front hubs look a bit very plasticky, almost WPL kind of design maybe. Sort of weird kind of 4-3 link type setup at the front there. It is servo on axle, if nothing else, and the weird sort of 4-3 link thing continues at the back there. Just because I can't leave it alone. Ooh, although they're smaller tyres, yeah. What do you think, guys? These are a new design of wheel and tyre for the MN99. Anyway, on that bombshell, either the castle or thanks for watching. Bye for now.